Hello, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Today we're going to do another unboxing of another game that we received on Kickstarter, or I should say a series of games that we received on Kickstarter. There was one main game, and then we decided to opt for the pledge that gave us all the older games too, the back games and stuff like that too. And this is a game that had previously won a Game of the Year award and probably a few other awards. So we decided to back it. It's a game by Eagle Griffin Games, and it's called Fleet the Dice Game. So you can see our Charlie Brown Christmas tree here. It also came with Fleet, the original card game, the award winner there. Fleet Arctic Bounty, which was an expansion to Fleet the Dice Game. Fleet Wharfside, which is a not really an expansion, but a totally different game, taking a new twist on the card game, which we'll go into a little bit, and then a bunch of little expansions and upgrades too. So it's a Kickstarter exclusive that we just received, and actually I was quite pleased on this game. I don't think it was supposed to be released until I think like April, of next year. And it actually was surprised. Not many of the Kickstarters get fulfilled early, let alone like 5 months early. But anyway, without further ado, let's show you what's in our box here. We've cut open our box here, and our big box, and let's take a look at what's inside here. We'll take a look at. We'll try to do an order of the way these games came out in they were published anyway. So here we go. So here's our first one right here. It's Fleet the card game, again by I think it was by Griffin Games back then. Now it's Eagle Griffin Games, but this is Fleet the card game, and we'll show you the back. So this is Fleet the card game. Again, it comes with different types of fish and everything you have to get, and you have to buy boat licenses to launch boats and everything, and then you go fishing. Pretty much is what it is. So it's a great card game. 2 to 4 players. So about a half an hour or so to play. But again, that's Fleet the card game there. So that was the part of it there, and I'll try to put this stuff up here. It's going to be taking up a lot of space, so again, let me get rid of our Christmas tree here so we can show everything. Definitely a lot of stuff in this box. Alright, next I'll go with what would be logically the next part. This is Fleet Arctic Bounty, which is a expansion to Fleet the card game, or just Fleet, just the game Fleet as it was called back then, as there was only one type. And this Arctic Bounty introduced a few other things to it. Again, it introduced more types of, I think at least one more type of fish. It involved a solo player mode. As you can see here, it's 1 to 4 player now. A very good solo mode. We may be doing one here on the channel, but Antlab Games did a great solo play on the Arctic Bounty expansion here. So this is Fleet Arctic Bounty. So this is the sequel to this original game here. Now, let's see if we can get ourselves oriented here a little bit. So next, let's see here. Then they have Fleet Arctic Bounty 54 card expansion, which let's see here. We have a couple of things that came just in. See if I can find it here. Lots of stuff in here in this box. All right, let's see if I can get everything ready. Here it is. Okay. So this is Fleet Arctic expansion here. this came with, see if I can show you a few of the cards anyway. This came with 54 new cards here. Again, it's a victory point game. So these are just different characters you can get to go along with your captain. See if I can show you a few different ones here. So this one is the first mate. This one is the a little trouble focusing here for some reason, but this is the houseboat. And all these cards, let's see if I can show you some other ones. The regular cards in the game are multi-function cards. As you can see here, they have a fish, they have a cost to buy the card, a cost to the card. They have a victory point, and they have, well actually this is a value for the card. So you can use this to purchase cards. You can also use it for the type of fish that it represents. And if you turn it around, you can serve this as a, when you launch a boat, you can use this as a captain for the boat. So but you lose the value of the other thing. So multi-use cards, which I think is a really cool thing, which makes it really fun. Again, different types of fish here. I think this is a new fish that might be added. I don't know. I'm not sure. Salmon. It looks like it might be because I see a bunch of salmon here. And then there's trophy points you can get for doing certain things. But anyway, this is an expansion here for the Fleet Arctic Bounty. And just to show you what the licenses look like. This is there we go. So this is a commercial fishing license. You have to get one of these in order to launch a boat. And they give you different bonuses for having different licenses, which is really cool. Which is going to be incorporated into the into Fleet the Dice game, but in a rather unique way, rather cool way. So these are licenses that bid on. You can see a minimum cost here. They bid on an auction way. The AI has special rules for how much it can bid and if it can bid by drawing cards and such. But again, it's 1 to 4 players, so players would bid on this license. So these are all, so I think this just introduced a few more types of workers in the salmon. So that's another type of fish that was added to it. So we'll throw that back there and show you what we have next here. So again, we're not going to do a playthrough on it particularly right now. Again, it's just an unboxing. There are plenty of great playthroughs on these games. Rado runs through, does some great videos on it. Again, like I said, Ant Lab Games. I think the Dice Tower does some reviews and maybe some playthroughs, I think. But anyway, so some examples here. All right, let's show you. Let's see, I lost my my page here. Let's see here. Okay, so that is the Arctic Bounty, and this is the, let me put everything with it here. So this is the expansion to Arctic Bounty. Still many more things to go. Let's see here. What else we got here? Okay. All right. Then there was a Fleet mini expansion. Actually, I should have probably went that first. This is the expansion to Arctic Bounty, but their Fleet original game came with a mini expansion here. It was the let's see if this is the right one here. This is it right here. So this is it right here. So this is actually the expansion to the original game. So I did that a little out of order there. Kind of did it on the order it shows it here on the Kickstarter page, but so again, these are just different people you can hire for the original base game. And again, these cards have multiple values on them too. Let's see here, but these ones you primarily hire for their abilities. So Intuit workers, and you have the Sully Captain, and they give special abilities and everything on them. So this is what this added. This expansion added special abilities and workers and stuff. So no new types of fish or anything. And then this right here, oh, and this one offered, I think the original has these in them too, but you can also, instead of getting, you can also build buildings and stuff, which gives you victory points. And then some special other cards too you can buy. So again, these were in addition to the original game. So I'll put them next to that, and then that 54 card expansion was for the expansion to the expansion, I guess you could say. So all right, so that is that there. Lots of more stuff actually. Let me see what we got here next. We haven't even gotten to the main event here, which is Fleet the Dice game. Let's see. Trying to line this up with the Kickstarter page stuff here. Okay. All right. Let's go on to the. Let's see. Let me see what this is right here. Yeah, those are the goodies. I'll go over that next. So here we go. Then there was a smaller game that came out, and a lot of people got kind of confused with this game, thinking it was another expansion of this game, but it's actually an entirely different game. This one was, as you can see here, it's Eagle Griffin Games. There became Eagle Griffin Games, became Eagle Griffin Games, and these are part of their bookshelf games. I mean, not bookshelf, but mini games. There, they have a whole. Can't remember exactly the name of them, but they're bookshelf games or something like that. But they're small little games that they have a ton of these little games that came out. But this one, it looks like an expansion, but it's not. It's called Fleet Wharfside. And we'll go to the back of it here. And again, this is a 2 to 4 player game. So this one you cannot play. At least I don't. There may be a variant out there, but I'm not sure. But 2 to 4 players. And again, this game takes a flip on the other thing. In the other games, you're going for fish. So heavy emphasis on fishing and light emphasis on the contracts and on the licenses and stuff. But in this game, introduces contracts, which are stuff like to restaurants and different stores and markets and things like that. So your main goal is to fulfill those contracts to the market. So there is fishing in it too, but it's you want to fulfill orders and contracts and stuff. So as you can see, let's see if I can show you a little bit here, but kind of hard to see. But the contracts look a little bit like the licenses. That's why they're probably hard to see a little bit. But again, this is a really good game. More economic, I would say, on this one. The other ones are kind of victory point games. This is economic with victory. Of course, it's all victory points eventually, but anyway, so this is Fleet Wharfside. So we'll put that there. Okay. Let's see what this is. Oh yeah, and this was an upgrade. I'm not sure exactly when this came out, but it may have been just introduced with this Kickstarter, but it's the Captain's Club and Research Vessel, so it's more cards, stuff like that. So, and the Captain's Club allows you special perks that allow you to go fishing by yourself when the other players can't and stuff like that. So it's kind of like a private fishing thing. So these are just some of the extra cards for that. Let's see if I can get this so we can read it. So again, so this is kind of like I think a private fishing lesson or something like that. But so anyway, another little so we can find the date on this and see if it was yeah, Fleet the base game. So this one is another expansion for Fleet the base game. Little instruction manual here. So it's kind of I guess you would call it maybe a mini expansion again. So again, this I think is for the for the original game. It says Captain's Club Research Vessel exclusive. So I think it is might be a Kickstarter exclusive there. And again, I think this original game wasn't the Fleet game. I know the Fleet game wasn't. I think maybe the other ones were too. Were on Kickstarter before too. All right, so let's see here. What do we get to next? So I think we're going to introduce the main game now, and then show you all the little extras that come with it. So this is the game that I pledged here. It's a roll and write game, and it takes this. Sorry for the glare there. It takes the actual card game and makes it into a roll and write dice game, which is very, very clever. In fact, this is I never played the card game and stuff before, and I saw this on Kickstarter, and this is what got me into it, because I love rolling dice in games. I know there's always chance with dice, but I always like dice and special dice that go with it. So anyway, so this is Fleet the Dice game. As you can see, it's got two kind of score pads, which is another unique thing for roll and write. Is it has the two pads which you put up against each other. One of them is like a fishing phase on the left, and then the other one is a market phase on the right. So you roll, you do like a round of stuff, and these are some of the custom dice that come with it. Again, those are the fishing dice, and then there are additional town dice, which give you special abilities to do that. But again, I'm not going to really show you the mechanics of the game. If you like to check out some of these, Cloak and Meeple, I think, does a video on it, an earlier one. Bourbon and Board Games or something like that does one also too. But again, this is the main game that came with it, Fleet the Dice game. Great roll and write game. I can't wait to start playing that one. And this one you can play solo, 1 to 4 players. So that's a great little game there. So let's see if I can put all this stuff here and get it all on the camera. See if I can. Zoop. All right, so we still got a few more things to show you in this. All right, so this is. Let's see if I can get this to stay up. Maybe not. Good enough. All right. Okay, so here we go. With some of the little extras that came with it. The original game came with cubes and stuff, like for your fishing crates, but this actually comes with. See if you can see, and I'll take one out. The little fishing meeples here. So nice, thick fishing meeples. And it comes with a ton of these, actually. It comes with, each bag has 50 in them. That's 50, 100, and another 50 here. So it's a nice 150 custom fish there. Let's see here. What else we got here? Comes with a nice little bag here for your dice bag. Nice, like a. Trying to think, like a. It's got a nice feel to it, like a nice velour, not velour, but I don't know, like the special blankets, those throw vent blankets that have this, like a nice, almost like a not a sponge, but a I can't think of the name of it, but it's really nice to the touch dice bag. So that's for the Fleet the Dice game here. You put the dice in. Let's see what we have here. And there's some cards to go with. Oh, these are for victory points. You can get extra victory points just like in the real game. Most buildings completed. Just I'm not going to open these, but just different abilities and stuff you can gain victory points for the part of the regular game. I mean the dice game. And then this is kind of, you don't really need this, but it was kind of a nice little touch. Some pens here, so you can do your scoring. I probably won't use them. Well, at least not right away. These are some pens there to go with it. Again, not necessary to play the game, but kind of neat. Put all this stuff here. And a couple more things. some more, I think these are crab meeples. Some crab meeples to go with the game. And then this nice, really cool, I think this is to determine the first player, I think. But a nice, chunky wood die here. There's fleet on it. And it looks like it's, yeah, 1 through 6, and 1 is the, actually not 1 through 6, 1 through 5, and then 6 has the fleet on it. Okay, because I think it's a 5, is it a 5-player game, is it? No, 4-player, but, okay. Let's see. That is it for there. Now, this was a special add-on that was added, and I always wanted to get one of these, and I never got one before. Again, I haven't put it together yet, but it's a nice dice tower. So you can put it together, and it looks like a lighthouse, and like a little deck off of the lighthouse in front of it. And you can use the whole thing as a dice tower, or you can take off the lighthouse and make it just a dice tray, which is kind of neat. So again, you know, not awesome quality, but not bad. Nice thick cardboard there. It'll last a while. Just be careful with it. But yeah. So that's add that to it here. So lots of different cool things for it. So well worth the money that I paid for it. I think it was like $99. I want to say $99 for everything. But so you get 3. Basically, well, 2 complete full games, I would... No, 3 complete full games, I would say. The Fleet, the dice game. The Fleet, the original card game. And its expansion, which is a nice meaty expansion there. You know, extra cards for each. And then the Wharfside, which is a standalone game. And then, you know, lots of nice little upgrades and extras here. Meeples and... fish and all kinds of stuff. So that is it. Fleet, the dice game, with Fleet, the card game, Fleet Arctic Bounty, and Fleet Wharfside on Kickstarter, which I received there. But I'm definitely looking forward to playing this. I want to do a video before I start. I've been itching to play it, but I wanted to do a video before I actually dug into it. And I may do another. I don't think I'm going to do another one showing the insides of the box, because they're pretty much just cards and stuff like that, but I just wanted to show you what came with the Kickstarter thing. And that's probably where I'm going to gear these towards, is what came along in the Kickstarter. And again, not all this stuff is going to be available if you just purchase the regular game. This is some Kickstarter exclusive stuff here, like the pens and the extra the fish meeples and the you know, the dice bag and stuff like that. But and even the dice tower. But again, very, very pleased with this. I can't wait to start playing it. And right now we have one other game, which we haven't opened yet. It's our, I think I mentioned it last time, which is our Robin Hood and His Merry Men. But I wanted to get this one to the table because I've been playing a lot of heavy games, playing a lot of that Feast of Odin and everything. And I kind of wanted to get this game out to mix it up and add some balance. And again, that's a reason why I haven't been posting a lot of regular gameplay videos. I know I started a tournament with Inside the Cup Golf, which I'm going to try to continue this weekend. Round 2 coming up for that, for the Pebble Beach. But anyway, this is Fleet, the dice game, Fleet Arctic Bounty, and Fleet Wharfside Kickstarter editions. So definitely check them out. Definitely, I think, worth it. And if you're into card games, or if you're into dice games, or into nice, easy roll and write games. So take care and God bless, and Merry Christmas to all, and we will see you in our next unboxing video. Bye-bye now.